Congratulations, Gordon. You
Thank
walk
you, sir.
away with 2 more ADCC gold medals on top of the world. Gordon, I don't even know what to say. What do you want to say, man?
Just happy to claim the title of ADCC GOAT. I pretty much win every criteria by landslide besides total medals, which I'll win next year. But I was already the greatest noogie competitor of all time, and now I'm the greatest ADCC champion of all time. So a lot of tears out there today.
We're here because of you, man. We're here because there's 15,000 people, the biggest ADCC of all time. How does it feel?
Feels great, you know. I like to think that a lot of this is because of me, and people are here to watch. But it's a great feeling, just to have the fans, and the crowd was the best crowd I've ever been a part of, today. So I think it was 11, 12, 13,000 people, and it was ecstatic out there. And there's nothing I love more than competing in front of big crowds. I love it.
Yeah, tell me what that feeling was like. You walked out multiple times. Some of the biggest pops, obviously. Obviously the fans are all here for you. What does that feel like for people who never get to experience that?
It breaks a lot of people. Like a lot of people, they don't live up to the hype, to the crowd. But I live in that. I think that I come to life when the crowd's watching me. So I really enjoy it. The bigger, the better.
I couldn't help but notice that it seems like in the past year you haven't used leg locks too much, but today you did.
No, I have. The thing that one of the things that separates me from everyone else is I have the ability to change my game plan per opponent. So you see, every match I came out with a pretty different strategy, whereas most guys have one game and they can't really deviate from that game. So a lot of times styles make matches, but I can adapt and conquer any style by just changing my game plan and my tactics.
Obviously, Andre, a legend out there. You guys had an embrace. What were you and Andre saying there on the mat? How do you feel about him now?
We both apologize for everything that happened between us. I know Andre kind of took it personally. I never really had a problem with Andre. I've always respected him. I just couldn't let him walk up and push me without starting a fight with him. I never had any animosity at all towards Andre. This is all fun for me. So I know that he took it to heart, and I said sorry, and I told him that he was, a way better champion than I ever, that I am right now at least. He's got way more titles. He's done way more, and I'm just happy to be a part of his story.
Can you kind of walk me through the match? What was the strategy? Did it go according to plan?
Yeah. So I wanted to actually bait him to take me down, which he did, because I was pretty confident that I could keep a hold of him and get up on top of him. And then, I had a couple good, cool leg entrances, and then once I got on top, then I was like, yeah. I was talking to Hodge beforehand, and I just watched recently his match with Hodge, and once Hodge flattened him out in half guard, he was done. And my whole thing was I knew he was going to try to explode up back to his feet, because that was his only chance. So my whole thing was hold him down, tire him out for a few minutes, and then when points were on, pick the pace up. So the second points were initiated, I passed him, took his back, and then racked up 12 points and finished him.
Mm-hmm. What did you think about this whole weekend, man? The biggest ADCC of all time. Like, what do you think about it?
This is pretty much how I knew it was going to go since I fucking got the release date. Guys! I'm ecstatic for my teammates. We had a couple guys come up short in the first couple of rounds, but Giancarlo fucking went out as his debut, and he started training with us a year ago, and he fucking went out and wrecked the division. He beat Mateus, the reigning champion, the first round. Then he went out and he finished Hulk. I couldn't be more proud and more happy for him. He really proved a lot of people wrong today. Same with Marigali. I know it wasn't the result that he wanted, but he's been training Nogi for 6-7 months, and he went out. He took third in his division, and he took second in the absolute on his first try at his debut, coming from McGee. And I know how hard it's been physically and mentally for him to come from being the best in the world of something to going to a different domain where he wasn't the best. So I'm very happy that he's here training with us. I'm super proud of the progress that he's made, and just happy to have him on the team and him as a friend.
You've moved to Austin, Texas recently. How has that move and everything, how has that affected your training and what you did here?
We have a lot more bodies now. Tim Kennedy and a lot of the other guys are in training with us. But the team has been the same. We've added a few guys, but training every day. I have John with me, for on the mats, and I have Sonny with me, taking care of the house and my diet and my lifting and that side of things. So 2 great coaches, a team full of people that support me, and I love Texas, and I made a couple of new friends. I have Rogan, a couple other guys that are out there, so it's a really awesome place.
A kid from New Jersey, small town New Jersey, all the way to the very top of the sport. How did we get here? How did this happen, Gordon?
There's so many people to thank. Just having John day in and day out in my corner from almost the very beginning. Gary, Tom, John, and then a little bit into my professional career, Nat. Those guys as coaches, and then there's just the whole rest of the team that have been there from day one, just supporting me. Couldn't do it without them.
It feels like you've accomplished so much, but is this just the beginning?
Well, my stomach's finally getting better, so I hope so. I feel like I'm just kind of like rebooting my career. I'm about 70%, so hopefully by the end of next year I'll be about 100, and then we'll get back into the show. I'm gonna take a few months off now to get my stomach back to where it should be, and then we'll go from there.
What did you think of Yuri Samoyed's performance?
I thought Yuri looked sharp today. I think he came to win. I thought he had a very good tactical and technical game, and I'm excited to do a super fight next year. I've fought and beat Yuri 4 times to 0, so I think it's going to be a relatively easy fight next year, but I'm still excited nonetheless.
Did you get a chance to talk to John? How do you think John reacted to this whole thing?
No, I haven't. John never tells me how proud of me he is until I finish the business. So now that the business is over, I'm sure we'll have a long conversation about it.
And of course, how are you going to celebrate here in Vegas? How are you going to celebrate this win?
Well, we got an after party tonight. I don't even know where it is. I'm just like, my mind's all over the place. But we have an after party tonight with free drinks till 12 o'clock, I'm pretty sure. So the ADCC after party and then the Gordon Ryan after party. I actually combined into one. So everyone who hates me will be super pumped that it's like basically Gordon Ryan hosting the ADCC after party. Yeah, we have an after party tonight. And then tomorrow I have some business meetings, and then it's back to Austin. Then I'm going to take about a week off because I have to finish up my tattoo on my left sleeve. And then I'm going to jump right back into camp because Giancarlo and Luke have EBI coming up, so I'll be their main training partner for that. And then we'll just figure out where we go from there.
Are you about to go fight Felipe Pena?
If he fucking accepts, I don't know what he's doing.
How did that come about? Did you just think about that on the fly?
No, I had it planned. I got approval from Mo like months ago. I'm like, Felipe's not going to fucking make the finals, man. I'm like, if he doesn't make the finals, then I'll just call him out after I beat up Andre.
How do you top yourself? How do you keep growing? How do you keep getting better? How do you keep the drive?
Just by doing shit like this. It's like I already asked to do the super fight and the division. Now I want to beat this bum up again. I'm looking to make an extra 10 grand, man.
Obviously, Gordon, you have so many fans out there. Is there anything you wanted to say to the fans who are watching and cheering you on?
Thank you so much to the fans. I mean, I took thousands and thousands of pictures and signed autographs this weekend. I'm exhausted from doing it. I did like 3 meet and greets, at my booth throughout the competition. I did one yesterday, so I'm tired for meeting the fans and competing. But it's all worth it. It's all worth it. Seeing the little kids come up and say, "Oh, hey, Gordon," giving me hugs and stuff. So I really love it, and I'm just happy that people are flying from the UK, flying from Australia, from Germany to see me. So it's really awesome. And as for the haters, thank you for paying my bills.
Anything else you wanted to say, Gordon, while we're here?
I think that's it. Thank you guys, and big thanks to Mo. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. So, I'm very, very happy and proud to be a friend of Mo and part of this ADCC organization.
You're gonna have to extend the trophy room, get a bigger trophy room, or?
Yeah, we gotta call Melly as soon as we fucking get out of here because that shit is I already have like belts on the floor from like who's number 1. So we gotta figure out what to do in there.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Gordon. You're
Thank you.
Always incredible to watch. 2 more gold medals to add to the list. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.